Yes. Back again. Yes, back again. Welcome back to Coffee Break with JM. You know what it is. Yo, that's right, the aroma. Paul Pay's the first person to put text to the intro I do every single time. Every single time I do the same thing. And Paul Pay, you're the first person to ever remark on that. Well, hello. I see El Jamal. I see you in here giving me the business in the chat. I see you, brother. I see all. The all seeing eye. All hail the almighty trash heap. Yeah, that's right. Coffee break with Jay and is in full effect, brother. Yo, I'm gonna start off strong. Let me clear my screen. Start off strong with a roll call. Yo, I see my man. Yo, what up, Bill Whisk? Good to see you. Well, hello. I see all types of people in here. Yo, it might be February, but it's always July with my man Julian Lytle's in the building. Well, hello. Salute to General. What up, July? Yo, I see Ramon. Hello, Ramon. Great to see you, my friend. Hopefully, we'll be in the same space at the same time this year. Great to see you. Dude, yo, Joe, that's right. There's a whole lot of superstars in the house tonight because that's the nougaty center of Coffee Break with JM. Not me, it's you, dear viewer. That's right. Yes, you. I have a little bit of a different setup. I've been changing things around in my studio, so my lighting's a little different. I got a lot of like hot Lana going on up here. That's pretty good. Let's see. Let's finish this roll call. Cheer. What up, Carlos? It's good to see you, my man. It's always good to see the home team representing on Coffee Break. I see Ronaldo. Hello, Ronaldo, one of the MVPs of the JNN. Hello, good to see you. What up, Philly Seymour Hoffman? We're starting off strong, yes. I see Bill O'Donnell, another field general. Bill, good to see you, my friend. Bill and I like to chop it up all the time. Good to see you. I see my man TZ. You know America's Tom Zoller. Salute Tom Zoller. Tom, we're gonna get to your stuff before it gets too late into the program. Good to see you. Well, hello, America's Tom Zoller. Everybody say well hello to America's Tom Zoller. And Tom, you're my spotlight tonight. Uh, we get our first sip of the night to my man Tom Zoller. Guys, you know what to do. Get those sippers up. I gotta clean this up. Where's my joint? First, I must take the hat off my coffee mug. Oh, this is hot. Yeah, with the Just Do Coffee coaster. When in doubt, pinkies out. How are you, Tom Zoller? Tom Zoller, what's going on with you? Tell us in the chat what's new in your neck of the woods. That used to be my favorite thing about Al Roker. Remember Al Roker? Remember that guy? And he would always say, and get to see what's going on in your neck of the woods. But Al Roker got famous again. This is during is this before the pandemic? I can't remember. Like people were saying like really kind of like not great stuff. And they were on location somewhere and he's wearing this plaid button up. And they're like, I don't know, in Florida or something. And he's got this mojito and he's not saying anything. And he just keeps like angrily stirring this drink. Yeah, I forget the context. Somebody's got to tell me, and I use that as my avatar for a while. That was like it was rough at that period because like people just saying wild stuff out their mouths, But Al, Al had to protect his neck. You just can't be saying stuff and retort and be protected. So all he could do was stir that drink. I know in February I see a lot of people having to stir a drink. We try to stay clear of some stuff here on Coffee Break with JN because this is group and we like to keep it even. But I've been seeing some wild stuff. It's February, y'all. I'm out here celebrating myself. If you're on my Facebook, you see me out here shining. I gotta remind y'all because some of y'all be forgetting. But before I get into all of that, um, let me finish my roll call because we didn't get everybody. Let's see who else is in here. The first comment of the night: do a little dance, have a little Joe, make love tonight. It's group tonight. It's group night. Nakota, what up, Nakota? Good to see you. Who else snuck in here when I wasn't looking? Paul Pate. Well, hello, Paul Pate. Paul Pate. We talked about Paul Pace at Aroma. Good to see you, my man. Yo, I see. No, no, notorious, Rios. Good to see you. JRD. Cam. Hello, Cam. Good to see you. Yeah, looks like all these kind of superstars are up in here. Is that it? Oh yeah, when we see El Boogie, I'll give you your flowers. How are you, my man? I saw that Lauren Hill comment. Y'all saying I'm making y'all wait. Well, you know what? I like watching you guys chop it up in the comments. I like the fever going on in the chat. And I used to say this, which is probably really messed up. I used to say this at my day job because I had a very kind of special job where it's like when you're like the only person who kind of does all the things, kind of like, you know what? Don't bother me about what time I get here because it's going to get done. So I had inside the hutch of my office, my hutch of my office. If you open up one of the doors, I had the Gandalf quote: "JN is not early. Wait, Jamar is never early, nor is he late. He arrives precisely when he needs to be." And I guess looking back, that's kind of pompous. But tell me I'm wrong. When you come in early, pause, and you stay late, and you got to do the thing. So it's just like it'll get done. So whatever, y'all ain't gonna do it. So, but yes, El Jamal, I am here. All the homies are here. I love it. Anybody else make yourself known if I did not approach you? I saw Tom Zoller. Yeah. I was just talking up in this chat. Yo, Jojo. What up, Jojo? Was popping his group. I see you, boo boo. Well, hello. All right, guys. I think we should get started. Hold on. Paul Pate says, Jamar, what angle is your drawing table when you're in the chair and in action? Well, since I draw digitally so much now, it's kind of rare that I'm at my drawing table. Like this is my drawing table, my task desk. This is one of those joints that has got the crank that soldier boy on it, and it raises and lowers. Um, and I have my digital tablet over here. That's on an Ergotron arm that I just move around. So my surface is flat, but I can move. I can move my jaw around however I see fit. Behind me is my drafting table, and it's kind of like holding stuff. It just seems like more and more I don't draw on paper. I have reconstituted or reinstituted my sketchbook because I miss drawing in a sketchbook. But what about you? I see you're doing a lot of drawing these days. How do you do your thing? John Dolph! You fools. Bill West, who answers a question I didn't think I asked, but y'all sipping on tonight, guys. What's in your cup? Bill Wiss starts off strong, saying, "Tonight I'm drinking red rose tea that tastes just like a slice of caramel apple pie." Wow. All right, that sounds tasty. Um, guys, put in the chat. What do we have on in front of us? What do we have in our laps? Pause. What are we drinking tonight? And also, are there tabersnackles? Man, this is so hot. Are there tabersnackles? What are we snacking on tonight? And I want to talk about snacks tonight also. Um, you guys, I've been trying to get my like a cank cake back if I ever had one. And I've been like on this. This is like my like month number one. I think I'm down. I've cleared it where I'm trying to fiercely limit my carb intake. Trying to watch my sugar. I don't eat a lot of sugar anyway because I'm diabetic. So, but sometimes you kind of get that like. And I've said this for a while. I used to tell people who like, especially like when you're. I think people with diabetes, it's been around long enough that people aren't so afraid of it anymore. Well, you know, people have their own personal fight with it, but I remember when I was younger and I got it, and there's a lot of question marks about how you're supposed to do things or how you're not supposed to do things, and kind of the thing that I've come to understand, and most people do, is that you kind of do what you can do, and when you've kind of done too much or you haven't done enough. So that's when you kind of get in tune with listening to your own body. And I've been around people, especially when I was younger, who like if you if they never told you they were diabetic, you would not know because they kind of eat like crazy. Like I remember this one, and this is like old school, like when you had the insulin joint and you had to like get the, and do the thing like in Con Air when Dave Chappelle needed his insulin, like that level, straight drinking like a McDonald's Shamrock Shake, like the big joint. I'm like, I didn't say anything. It's not my place. But if your constitution can deal with that, but I'm just saying. So in points in time, I've said to people in mixed company, like, oh, I have a limited amount of SPs because everything's a video game to me. Sugar points. And what I consume over the day, my sugar point meter goes down. And at some point, I go, Yeah, I can't eat that." You know what I mean? So I got those SPs on deck. So, but anyway, yeah, I've been really trying to watch what I'm doing. So let's check in, and see yo. I see my man Samax, yo. Bless up, Samax Amin. He's swabbing tonight, sipping that water. That's right, Team Water. I love it. Thanks, Duke, for playing along. JRD says cherry Coke Zero and not what? Yo, shout out to Team Hose Taste. I gotta put that banner up for Ronaldo. Yo, Ronaldo, how the hose taste? That's fantastic. What else? What else y'all sipping on? Yo, what up, Jeff? Good to see you. Muncie represent. Jeff, you're not hanging around. You just going to check in and dip. Come on, bruh. Nakota got orange sport drink. I like there's no brand intended. Ronaldo, Baja Blast Mountain Dew. Oh, you playing with demons. I can't mess with Mountain Dew, man. That what did they had like a there was like an Xbox promotion where like they were saying Mountain Dew was gamer fuel. Urgh. Baja Blast, that's the blue mount. That's blue dew. Bill says I'm making a hot toddy and snacking on a blood orange. So I just always think like hot toddies, that's like, sick and on the mend drink. What's in a hot toddy? Tell me. Now Ronaldo's like, ooh, I want one. Dakota said, I peeled an orange earlier, then forgot. I forgot and scratched my eyes, so now oranges are my arch enemies. No. Bill says if you add a twist of lemon peel, it becomes a whiskey skin. Yo, y'all on that. Paul Pate says drinking lactose-free chocolate milk, missing that lactose. Oh, so you know, what I mean, we're getting older, so you gotta adjust your dials, Paul. So speaking of maintaining our health, because you know what? What do we say? Extra piece that don't say the year. We never call a year. The summer of George never worked out. So we just try to do our best. No resolutions. We just make adjustments. That's right. Correct your actions. Fix your face. JRD says, I can't do without sandwiches, and thankfully, old time makes a line of bread. Oh, we got some of that old old time that sounds like it's like moldy. We got some old time English muffins in the kitchen called 647. That is around 6 net carbs per piece. It's helped immensely. I might have to check that out. You don't get the bubble from it. Bill says I'm a type 1 insulin dependent. I appreciate you for sharing that, Bill. It's all about counting carbs and taking appropriate insulin for me. Yeah, that's like dosing, right? So you always gotta like watch your joints. You know what I mean? Ronaldo says that sounds like Weight Watchers for sugar. Yeah. I call Shogun. I only drink water from antique hoses. Post 95 production hoses just don't taste right. Pause. Gamer Fuel was just Orange Mountain Dew. Oh my god, that's straight gas station, gas station food. Yo, represent. Gotta support the blue and orange tonight. I love it. Carlos says Heidelberg Winter Wheat Whiskey in a smoke glass. Yo, fancy. You know what? I used to ask you guys this, or maybe I didn't. I used to be obsessed with emojis, like back when I was more of a thing. And I remember at the end of every year, I would say, like, what was the emoji of the year? I think the emoji of 2023 for me was the painted fingernail emoji. That was my favorite. So, but yeah, Carlos, that's fancy. So Bill says with the hot toddy. So folks go back and forth. Technically, it's hot water and a whiskey shot or two. Most folks do hot tea and whiskey. Okay. Bill says I'm doing cherry herbal tea and Grand Marnier with some lemon juice. Yo, y'all so fancy. Yo, James, good to see you, James. I feel like we haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you, man. Glad you're back. JRD says, texting with Matt Waringo. Yo, shout out to the Waringo dynasty who sends everyone, well, hello. Greetings and a Sue's post from Ting Ringo tonight as they won't be able to make it. Well, that means no Sue's post tonight. Yeah, that sucks, but I appreciate that check in. Um, so speaking of that, I had a very pointed thing that happened to me earlier in the week that I was just like, I'm going to save this for coffee break. I have a couple of things, but this one seemed fun, and we haven't uh, um, pressed on the subject yet. You will be missed. Yo, what up, Scott Kurtz? Hello, fellow JLG Gold Standard Selection. Hi, Scott Kurtz. Everybody, welcome. The internet's own Scott Kurtz. Hello, Scott. Good to see you. Scott's referring to. I just got some really nice mail earlier in the week. Leon the Extraordinary got a Junior Library Guild Gold Selection seal, and that was like a little while ago. And just the other day, this really nice certificate and a pin showed up in the mail. And if I'm not mistaken, Table Titans Club is a JLG Gold Standard Selection. It's very cool. And Scott, your book's coming out soon, right? You have a book birthday coming up. Tell us all about it. Welcome to the chat. You JLG fancy. Yes, sir. Yeah, it was pretty cool, right? Um, So, all right. Earlier in the week, it might have been last Sunday. My doorbell rings, and I come to the door, and it's one of the phenomenon. March 15th, phenomenon. March 5th. That's Pisces. You know what? Scott's book is powered by Pisces Power. Shout out to all my Pisces brethren. Scott's a Pisces. I'm a Pisces in good standing. You know, magic happens during Pisces season. Um, so okay, let me get back to the story. So doorbell rings, go to the door. No bill. I look through the peephole. I look down at people because I'm as Philadelphians don't open their doors. What are you stupid? What you goofy? So I look and I see it's one of the phenomena. Um, it's one of the neighbor kids, and one of the neighbor kids is you guessed it is shilling Girl Scout cookies. And so I opened a door after I ID'd this young person. I was like, okay, I know who that is. I'll open the door. I'm like, hello, little person. And she was like, hello. And so I peeped the scene. And there was another kid, and then there was the mom over there, and they're like, and I'm like, what's this about? Do you want to buy some Girl Scout cookies? I'm like, right? Tell them, Paul Payne, it's 2024. We answering doors. That's right. I need to see your credentials. That's right. I need to see your government ID. I need to see your Girl Scout credentials. She did have the John on the sash, so I'll give her that. Selling Girl Scout cookies, and I was like, oh, that's right. Dave Dave Rankin cereal. And she's like, yeah, so we're selling Girl Scout cookies, and I'm like, I mean, I don't think I've ever, and it's just because it's the neighborhood, but I didn't know they went door to door. But I guess in 2024, in the year of our Al Gore's internet, you just gotta get it how you get it. So apparently, the way this works now is that you could just go on an app. I guess like mom, who was like the troop leader or whatever, had the whole order form on her phone, and you could just do da 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 da, and just. And I think they went to the trunk and was just like, "Here you go. You don't have to wait anymore." Yeah, Ronaldo says, "I think you could just buy them. They sell them online." Like, um, and it kind of threw me off guard. And I said, because you know what? You heard me talk about my sugar points. You heard me just talk about this. And I'm like, and then they bat the eyes at you. And I'm just like, I can't. I can't. Maybe other people in my household that may want some cookies, well, they can address that as they wish. I personally am not buying any Girl Scout cookies. But I was just kind of like, yo, um, and there's more to say about that. But Nakota says, when I was a Girl Scout, my mother hated it if I sold cookies because we had to deliver them to people and she didn't want to deal with it. JRD says, I'm surprised the Girl Scouts haven't figured out how to drone airdrop those things by now. I'm sure it's coming. It's just like some real savvy parent who's just going to be like, so I wanted to, real quick, this is this isn't a ones and twos, but just I wanted to poll pause the group. If you were ever a Girl Scout or a Boy Scout or some sort of troop, I guess that would also mean like a brownie or whatever type of like a buzzard scout or whatever y'all was doing out where you live. Put it in the chat. I'd love to hear about it. And then after that, if that was the case, because I know the Boy Scouts They don't have a hustle like the Girl Scouts. I think they sell like popcorn or something. I've seen like or they'll have like a pancake breakfast at the church, but the Boy Scouts seem like they're like ill-equipped for this kind of sales. But the Girl Scouts seem like they have it all figured out. So let's talk about that. Paul Pate says they have door-to-door solar salesmen. Ugh, that just seems like a setup, man. I don't know. Scorpio Steel, what up? Fertilizer. Wait, hold on. Scorpio Steel, welcome to the chat. Says I was a Boy Scout. We had to go door to door selling fertilizer. What? Yo, that's wild. Bill O'Donnell says Boy Scouts sell popcorn or peanut brittle. That's that doesn't have a high capture rate. Kind of like with the when you're training the dog, you have high value treats. Popcorn is not a high value treat. That's not like somebody selling Thin Mints at my door. That's making me like sweat a little bit. Not sweating over popcorn. Kurt says you were a Cub Scout in the '80s. Oh, you must have been adorbs. You got to show me a picture of you in the Cub Scouts. So Max says, my daughter did it for a few years. I was never a joiner. Were you like, all right, then I'll see you when you get back? How about 4-H Club? Does that count? Duke says, I was never a scout, but I do remember reading Boys Life magazine at my local library. What about Grit magazine? James says, is there no entrepreneur badge yet? Oh, I forgot about the badge. Kurt says, in his troop, the big thing was Pinewood Derby and a cake decorating contest. Yeah, I don't think that was winning anybody over Boy Scout fertilizer. Nakota says, I was a Girl Scout until I chose a softball game over a Girl Scout to do and showed up to the to do in my softball unit. Oh, did they ostracize you? Did they kick you out of the scoots? I think that's what they call scouts in France, scoots. Paul Pate says, Boy Scout for 1 year, figured out I don't like the outdoors. That reminded me of the Flintstones episode where they're all out in the middle of nowhere. They're all singing that song, and everybody's got the shaky neck. JRD says there was some politics involved. I was never a scout. The Boy Scouts were too up in their BS in my area. See, somebody's always messing it up. Ronaldo says, I get him up by my niece every year. 1 year my brother told me she was close to the same goal. I said, how much? He's like, can you just put a price on love? The Girl Scouts. Oh my god. I sold Boy Scout popcorn. Yo, that Boy Scout popcorn is gross. I'm sorry if there's any Boy Scout representatives watching tonight. Y'all need to change the game up. And the popcorn's like $40 a bag. They caught me in the Sam's Club. I'm like, all right. It did because they don't have prices anywhere. Because well, if it said $40 on the side of the thing, you'd be like, nah, I'm good. They caught me out there. JRD, I'm not putting it on the screen. Dude, you never heard of Grit magazine? That's an old school joint. I think you could probably find that online. It's just like how to shoot a rifle or whatever. Bill says, "Oh, so Girl Scout cookies are done by two bakery chains. One makes caramel delights. The other makes Samoas. Huh? That's interesting. I have some propaganda I'm going to put on the screen soon." Cam says, "My kid had to sell popcorn with Scouts. Not only was it expensive, but it took months to deliver. So you're asking people to buy popcorn, they'll get like 3 months left. It don't add up, y'all. It don't add up." America's Tom Zoller says, I was many things, but was never a Boy Scout. I think that has to be more of like I don't know, like you have to be a part of something and then that something feeds into the other thing, right? Is kind of like a community thing, or like maybe I don't want to say church because I don't, but it's like you just don't, rip the little tag off the sign on the telephone pole and become a Boy Scout or a brownie. Like you have to kind of like be fed into the wood chipper. I can't think of a better way to say that. I call Shogun. When I was in Boy Scouts, I was mostly using my dad as free babysitting for a few hours a week. Jardi says, my wife ran a local Girl Scout troop and ran it loosely. So it's almost like kind of like G.I. Joe, where they weren't really in uniform, like somebody's wearing like a Patriots jersey and fatigues. You kind of just do your own thing. Dakota said, Jamal, I didn't say that. Dakota said, I've been in it like 5 years. My mother was a troop leader, and it was a small northwestern Florida town, so it was scandalous in the group that cared. Huh. Ronaldo says, can I interest you in some of the worst popcorn on the market for triple the price? You'll get it in time for July 4th. No, it's for the scouts. Scorpio Steel says everyone should buy the Boy Scout handbooks. The art is terrific. Huh. Yeah, that's really interesting. And I one of the things that I appreciate about that kind of young team building is that you're learning very valuable things, like maybe somebody needs to learn how to untie a Gordian knot. Hey, I was in scouts. I know how to do that. That's very impressive. I was never part of any of those groups. I did not like other children when I was little. So if I had to do something like that, I probably would have to been pulled screaming to it, and I probably would have quit. I didn't post a link yet. I didn't get to it. Jardine can confirm that in the South, scouts are like junior cotillion. Did you have to wear like arm gloves? And yes, there's a church component. Yeah, but you know what? This is funny because I got interviewed by a young lady last year who was probably like 17, 18, or I think if you've been in the, and guys, I could be completely wrong about any of this. Just please tell me I'm wrong. Um, but say if you've been in the Girl Scouts for a long time and now you're like a teenager and you still kind of contribute to it or whatever. So this young lady who interviewed me on her Instagram channel she's like this really cool humanitarian person. I think she's like 18 or something. And she was going for scout badges. But I was just like, yo, they make them that old? I don't know. But it seemed very intriguing. And she was talking about like humanitarian things and she was trying to do comic book related scout badges. So if you know more about that, please tell me about that. Hey Sue, Sue's made it. Hey y'all just pulled up. Skirt. I love it. Hey Suze, what's going on? And you know what? Now that Suze is here. Oh wait. So all right, somebody's got to break the scouts down now. What's the difference? I don't know. I'm really dumb about this. So please, somebody explain the kind of like the GI Joe order of battle to me. Bill says, so I was a life scout, one step behind. Oh, so like Boy Scout is an actual rank, is what you're kind of saying, and then it goes from there. I've heard of Eagle Scouts, but I kind of never like put two and two together. That's really interesting. So this kid who interviewed me might have been like some sort of like a Falcon Scout or something like that. Is that what we're saying, guys? Before I get completely off topic here, because I want to do this cookie thing. Suze, don't leave. We're going to do a Suze pose before we get out of here. Drop down and get your eagle on, girl. Pause. All right. So is this it? Oh, here it is. I wanted to talk about cookies. All right. So first off, I do have a ones and twos in me tonight, and I was hoping that maybe we could discuss this related to cookies. Cookies. All right. So let's see what we have here. So also, I don't know if I'm wrong on this, but there's only certain like there's only so many cookies they sell a year. Not like in volume, but there's like 8 different cookies that they sell during the year. And some cookies have gotten kind of phased out over the years, so I thought we could talk about that. So the thing I found here, ready, set, rally. Let's learn about cookies. So there's one of these is new. I think it's the Adventurefuls. And okay, I gotta read these. Indulgent brownie inspired. Oh, hold on, I haven't done my NPR voice in a while. Adventurefuls, indulgent brownie inspired cookies, topped with caramel flavored creme. Pause with a hint of sea salt. That sounds delightful. That sounds adventureful. Uh, caramel chocolate chip, gluten free, chewy cookies with rich caramel, semi sweet chocolate chips, and a hint of sea salt. They're really rocking with the sea salt. Now, I used to be a Samoa's fan. I love what they call them, caramel delights. Is Samoa's, is that like racist? Crisp cookies with caramel, coconut, and chocolatey stripes. That's a lot of C's, Paul. Dosey Do's peanut butter sandwich, crunchy oatmeal sandwich cookie with peanut butter filling. And here's the next one. I have never seen Girl Scout s'mores in a while or lemon ups. But and where's Thin Mints? Oh, hold on. I guess there's another row. Thin Mints toast, yay! Now that's probably pretty gross. Yummy toast shaped cookies full of French toast flavor and dipped in oh. Trefoils. So I guess trefoils are the OG cookie. So guys, all right, we're gonna get into this. Yeah, so tagalongs, right? Now, what were tagalongs? I thought we saw tagalongs. I was thinking of Samoas, but that's not the same thing. See, yo, y'all talking about stuff. I have no. Hold on, Dakota. Did you do the ranks? Oh, hold on. The Girl Scouts of the USA have 6 levels: Daisy, Brownie, Junior, Cadet, Senior, and Ambassador. So that's really interesting. So maybe this kid I was talking to might have been like a senior or something like that. Because or so troop leaders, are they like at the top of the rank, or can you not? Do you not have to be at the pinnacle of browniedom of Girl Scoutum to be a troop leader? Is that its own thing? This is so interesting. And Bill says for Boy Scouts, there's Scout, Tenderfoot, second class Scout, 11Cs, second breakfast, lunch, brunch. Okay. First class Scout, Star Scout, Life Scout, Eagle Scout. Huh. So you learn something every fortnight. All right, you guys. So let's get into these cookies. So, what is your favorite cookie? We're seeing that things are missing. The caramel chocolate chip sounds new. Everybody's like, "Yo, where the lemon cookies?" I thought I showed the lemon cookies. Hold on a second. All right, we're going back. We're going back up. So nobody's got love for toast. Yay! Lemonades. That's not the lemon cookies. And lemon ups, crispy lemon cookies baked with inspiring messages. Oh, but they're not lemon cream. So how the lemonades are savory, refreshing shortbread cookies. I do like lemon. Topped with a tangy lemon flavor. That sounds like a cooler. No, coolers are powdered, right? But here's the wait, the tagalogs are oh, all right, you guys, you're messing me up. Is there a cookie missing? Let's just get that out of the way. So Jardu says, yeah, those message cookies and lemonades replace the they don't make the lemon sandwich cookie. Huh. But Nakota says, but they restrict some types of certain regions where they sell the best. Oh, wow. So that's why when I went to this website, it asked me to put in my zip code. That's crazy. Bill says, oh, the adventurefuls. Once saw a federal judge house an entire box in a single court hearing. All right, Carlos, you got it. You got the right idea. Represent your cookie. What team are you on? Carlos checks in with Team Trefoils. Suze, do you co-sign on that? Scorpio Steel says, I haven't had Girl Scout cookies in 30 years. Yo, I'm with you on that. I just remember that my parents kept the mints in the freezer. You gotta keep the thin mints on ice, bruh. You gotta. Elgin Moss says Amazon has lemonades. What? I feel like that's breaking the matrix, right? You can't get Girl Scout cookies off of Amazon. But I also saw this thing which I thought was really cool. And I don't know if it's real or not, or maybe I'm getting the number wrong. But somebody said, in lieu of if you don't have a Girl Scout troop in your area, or if you didn't get hit up on your way out of the supermarket by doe-eyed uh, Girl Scouts trying to make you do pity purchases, there is a troop online. I think they're Troop 6000 or something, and they're all what do you? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't say homeless anymore. You say like something placed little girls, and that sounded really, really, really genuine. So I wanted to look into that. Jardu says Nakota, I think is less restricted than distance. They have East and West Coast bakeries, and they don't ship beyond the middle of the country. Why does JRD know these things? Dakota said there was no way my mother was ever going to be a Girl Scout. She ended up troop leader because no one else wanted to do it. She was loud. The word up. Sue says, thankfully the Girl Scouts will let you donate boxes so I can support them and not bring 15 boxes home. Yeah. All right, guys, let's finish rounding off. What cookie do you claim? Duke says tagalongs, peanut butter patties all the way. All right. Paul, you gotta Paul play along, bro. What white macadamias from Subway? That's not on the cookie list. Ronaldo says tagalongs. You just got called out, Paul Payne. El Jamal, Tim Lemonades. All right, team. Not, did I say Tim? That's gonna be your new name, El Jamal. Tim Lemonade. Team Lemonades. Nakota says if I could eat them, it'd be Team Dosey Dos. Yeah, Team Thin Mint. I gotta go with Team Thin Mint in the freezer. Thank you, Scorpio. Still unhoused. You don't say homeless anymore. Unhoused. Thank you for making me a real human being tonight. Appreciate that. Jardu says my favorite story was the girl who set up her table next to the weed shop in Denver. It is a mile high city, and sold out in an hour and broke the state record for sales. Dakota says this is nice. If you know the troop number, you can buy online from or for that troop. Oh, very cool. Oh no, no, Susan's leaving. Okay, guys, hate to hit and run pause, but we got to find dinner. Hold on, let me do the Suze pose real quick. We got to do this. We got to do this just because she's here. All right, you guys ready? You ready to go in? Let's go in. I I gotta do it real fast. I put my hold on. I gotta take this off the screen. Hold on. I put my hand upon my chip, then I dip. You dip. We dip. That was a good one. I stopped breathing. Suspo. Remember to breathe, y'all. Hello, I'm Tim Lemonade. Do you have a minute to talk about cookies? Yeah, see, you gotta, these are, I can't talk anymore. Freezer Thin Mints. That's a wrap right there. There you go. Tell them. All right. See, tag-alongs are coming through in the clutch. Tim Lemonade. Yo, when you secretly check into a hotel, you tell them, I'm staying under the name Tim Lemonade. Jared D says they gotta rename that cookie. Why is a cookie named after a dance step from a dance created in the 18th century? Hmm. Duke says I would have said Thin Mints, except you can get Keebler knockoffs from the regular store. As far as I know, there's no tag along knockoff. See, man, think of the children. Now, y'all going in the cookie math. You do get the most bang for your buck with Thin Mints. They definitely give you more per package. Tag-alongs are my favorite, but you get like 12 in the box. Pause. Yo, that's what's up. I'm fighting for my life. Bill says all your dreams come true at Aldi's. Oh, there so is a tag-along knockoff at Aldi's. Oh man, you guys, I still have coffee left. I haven't done one. Um, I haven't done one ID. We've just been going in. Pause. But wasn't that fun? Well, we look at all the things we learned. I'm very excited about that. Hold on, I just want to finish this cookie thing off. One thing that I did not do is look into the details of these cookies because I really want to know. I don't know if you can see this on my screen. No, you can't see it. Damn it. Here, hold on. I'm going to try to share. This is the caloric intake of a Tagalog or the Caramel Delight. No, the Samoa. I'm sorry. Two cookies, 140 calories. Yo, the carbs are crazy. So there's 24 grams of sugar in those two cookies. Okay, let's do that. What do you guys think is probably the worst cookie here? I don't have time to go through them. We're just going to assume it may be the toffee tastic. Hold on, I'm just going to run through these real quick. Nutrition facts. You know what? There may be something here, guys. I think all of these cookies line up to be about 140 calories for two. Oh, the Thin Mints are more. All right, hold on. I'm going to share with you in a second. Oh, hold on. The Girl Scout s'mores might be the biggest ones. No, 30. I'm just keeping this off the screen so you guys don't like go blind. I think Thin Mints might be the highest caloric intake. That's crazy talk. Let's see. The Thin Mints are 160. Would have less sugar. Look at all that salt. Geez. Yeah, I think the worst thing that ever happened to us was when they started putting the calories on stuff. Kind of takes the fun right out of it, doesn't it? Let's see. Sorry, y'all. First ingredient, sugar. Sorry, it's you know what, we're grown ups. You can't just be housing cookies like that. So, all right, hold on. I'm gonna look at the s'mores, and then we're gonna be done with this for the night. Girl Scout s'mores, nutrition facts. No. Um, hold on. I got too many things going on. You guys are lost it. They're 150. Ronaldo says the shortbread ones are worthless dog biscuits. I love shortbread, but the Girl Scout ones are grout. They grout. So okay. So here's I forgot I didn't finish my story. So I said to the little girl because I gotta do dad jokes. I said because I don't know. I said how much are Girl Scout cookies these days? And she said $5. And I said per box or per cookie? And she was like, no, per box. And do you guys recall what were the last kind of prices of Girl Scout cookies? Because I think for some reason I remember they used to be 350. That's as far back as I can remember. So what how much do you recall buying Girl Scout cookies for? Like I said, I keep thinking of 350 may have been a price back in the day, but I almost feel like $5 isn't bad. But then if you're buying like boxes of them, that adds up real quick. Dakota says, I think they've been five for a while, but I thought they're going up to six. Hey, yo, that sounds predatory. I keep it clean. Um, but yeah, the kids in my neighborhood all know I'm a cartoonist. I think it's really funny. I think at some point I've been to most of the elementary schools around my area. So I've seen kids go, "Oh, he came to our school," so I don't have to do that on the block. El Jamal says, "I used to buy a crate of lemonades every year. They were $5 a box. So you would get like the like a bushel. How many boxes is in a crate? Like 20 or something like that? You weren't playing with those lemonades. I hope it came with a toothbrush. That's fantastic. This is funny, you guys. I did not think this is what. Oh, well, that's fair. I'll ask you guys. So again, I've been trying to watch my sugar, and I started getting into these things. See, it's like you have to. Wow, JRD, it jumped that much. Pre-pandemic cookies were $3 a box. Wow. Bill says used to ride home on the Patco line. Girl Scouts would sit up right in front of the gate. Man, they're sinister. So many boxes bought out of work stress. Your word up. If they see you jumping off the transfer, they're like, "Do you want like a Girl Scout cookie?" Yeah, it's gimme. You just eat a whole sleeve of them joints on the train platform. Man, that's really smart. That's even better than the supermarket. Like, yo, I'm gonna catch these guys coming out of the office building. They just got yelled at. Um, so do any of you guys have sugar alternatives? I've come to find out that anything that's got aspartame or any of those kind of like not sugar things make it you might as well just eat the sugar because whatever fix a flat you're putting into your gullet is not worth it. You might as well just like have a little piece of sugar. I started looking into these new little candies. They're called Smart Sweets, and it's like a little kind of a little expensive little satchel of candy. And the Swedish Fish ones are good, but they're supposed to have like a really, 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 really low amount of sugar. But they taste good, and probably the most important part is that you don't get the bubble after you eat them. If some of you guys know from the early internet, the Haribo sugar-free gummy bear Amazon reviews. Go over there and look. I think they stopped selling them because people turned it into like an early challenge where people wrote these essays in the reviews about how they got the most like nuclear stomach distress, gastric distress from eating these gummy bears that I think they stopped selling them. Scorpio Steel says I consume way too much stevia from Trader Joe's. So stevia does right for you. You know what? Like I even trained myself with my coffee. I used to be a light and sweet, but I kind of train myself as just a little half and half. I don't put sweetener or stevia or agave or the blue packet or the pink packet or the yellow packet. I don't put anything in, and I've done okay by that. Wow, that's really specific. Sucralose. Does that come in as a powder or like I don't know. How does that work? Don't get sugar free anything, y'all. It's not the right move. Literally. Snack well, yo, I used to rock with snack wells. Yeah, right. Cause just like that, like the sugar free what was it, David's sugar free syrup or whatever? It wasn't even brown, it was just like amber. Man, you might as well just have maple syrup. Yeah, I'm interested. I don't even know I'm asking because I'm not going to eat this stuff. I found a nice spot for myself, but I've really been yeah. See, sugar alternatives make me hella sick, so I have to just eat sugar. Honey, just eat the sugar. It's probably better for you. Yo, you should. I'm housing these cookies, y'all. I love it. Yo, the plug. I haven't bought any since the pandemic. Talking about Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scout troop leader lives around the corner, delivers to me. I know her since I was 12. Wow. She show up with the backpack like year. She'd be like year. You answer the door like, all right, peace, 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 peace. Keep it moving. Molasses. That sounds super sweet. JRD just said a lot of words. Words are all based on various trees and fruits. Oh, eurythmics. That's the one. I think that messes me up. Sweet dreams. Uh, Bill West says, for years I only looked at sugar content, but after recently consulting a dietitian, I learned it's more important to count carbs. Ain't that the truth? Right? Nakota says, the nutritionists of my company tend to be very, watch your carbs, eat a Mediterranean diet. That's right. We eating tapas tonight, y'all. And that's really kind of, like I said, I'm trying not to be some sort of like whatever about it, but I feel a lot better. You eat whatever you need to eat. I'm gonna just not have that. I'm not eating no bread or whatever. It's just I feel better, and my blood sugar numbers have been a lot more steady and low. So that's what I'm on. Notorious JRD, and we're gonna wrap this up. I just regulate what I eat sugar wise and try to have at least 40 to 50% of my diet be plant fiber. See, we're grown, y'all. There's no like I was telling y'all one of the last coffee breaks. I can't eat cheesesteaks anymore. And if I, you know what, and if I did, I don't know, I'd have to think about it. You just, everybody's constitution changes after a while. You have a couple of episodes, you might have some bad situations, and you just go, you know what, it's not worth it. You know, McDonald's is for those young people. I can't do it. Wait, what happened? Dakota says my boss and his husband are doing something like 75 hard. What? And he's miserable, and we've been making fun of him. Yo, the chat's just eat you up for that one. Jared says, "Yep, swapped out fast food for turkey on rye, and I'm below 33.50 for the first time in years. Yo, sip of coffee. Put your sippers up for JRD. Drop getting below 350. You gotta stay above the red line, bro. It's good for you. Sip of coffee for Notorious JRD. You deserve you deserve that bump. Very good on you. Good. I love to hear it. This is health, y'all. Look at that. All right, you guys. What did we learn tonight? We learned that don't stress eat Girl Scout cookies, but support your local Girl Scout troop. I love the fact that what Nakota or somebody said that you can just go online and buy cookies and donate them to somebody. Maybe Sue said that. Support that troop of unhoused little girls. Buy them Girl Scout cookies. El Jabal said lemonades or Amazon. That's hot. And before I go, yo, is America's Tom Zoller still here? Tom, you still here? I want to give a shout out to Tom Zoller. I, all y'all got Kickstarters, man. What am I doing? I'm over here with like no Kickstarters. All y'all got Kickstarters. I wanted to give a quick shout out to America's Tom Zoller, who is doing a really interesting Kickstarter right now. It's called Tom Zoller 100 Commission Sketchbook. That's right. He's going to do 100 commissions from his backers and make a book out of it. And he's super close to his goal. Come on, you guys, let's get him over the line. Let's get him over that 10, was it racks? Get him over 10 racks, y'all. We're so close. Because I know the caffeines, you know who you are, caffeines, want to get in on this. And then I think I read in his stat sheet that you also don't have to do a commission. You could just give him money. So get in on that, y'all. I guess Tom got sick of waiting, so he left. But I'll give him props anyway. So that's right. Go to Kickstarter, do the thing. If you've never gotten a commission from a cartoonist before, this is the perfect opportunity to start. I love Tom's cartooning style. It's very unique. And I also love that Tom, also like myself, is a cartoonist that no one can draw like. I've found out in a million different ways that nobody draws like me. I don't think that's a brag. I don't know. I'm kind of I'm kind of overseeing everybody try to draw like Bill Watterson. If that's you, I'm sorry, but you know, what I mean, we do our own thing. That's right. You can always just give it, but that also works. But yeah, let's go support Tom. You know, we all love America's Tom Zoller, so you know what to do. Make the right move. All right, you guys, this was fun. I'm going to actually go back to the table because that's what we do. That is what we do. Thank you guys for coming to group. Thank you guys for hanging out and waiting for me to appear like Lauren Hill out of the mist because I got to make a grand entrance. Uh, and you know what, guys? Like I said, if you're not here, none of this matters. So let's take care of ourselves in 2024. Get those Girl Scout cookies, but give them to somebody else. You don't need to eat them. You know, stay away from those office donuts, those counter donuts. Just you open up that box of Dunkin' Donuts, and there's a little plastic butter knife in there. Don't cut off a 16th of a donut. Just don't eat it. You don't need it. Don't eat it. It's not worth it. It's never worth it, especially Dunkin'. I'm just saying. When's the last time you ate a Dunkin' Donut and you were like, ah, you feel like garbage. Dakota said, just pretend everything in the office was touched by a microwave fish. Yes, thank you. Paul Pate's already counting down. There are 4 Earth years left. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Duke says, pre-order Leon Worst Friends Forever. Oh, how could I? I would be remiss if we didn't do that. Hold on, let's put the joint up. You see what that is. I'm so excited, you guys. October 1 is the date. Pre-order it. I'm working on some things. Maybe I'll have some incentives for some of my favorite bookstores to you get special stuff if you order it from them. I'm still working on it. But if you ordered it and you're like, great, I ordered it, order another one. It can't hurt. Worst friends forever. And you know what? It seems like October is Leon's month. I think we're going to have another Leon Tober coming up. I'm very excited about that. That's right. Get your Clementine spine. That's right. Yes, JRD. I talk to Mike all the time. So on that note, Pencil to Pencil will be returning maybe as soon as this month. All right. So very excited about that. And we've got like crazy superstars lining up. You ain't even ready, y'all. We're gonna be back at that place where people go, "How you get him? How you get them on here?" Don't doubt the magic of the JNN Jamar Nicholas Network. We make our own gravy. Pause. We make magic up in here. All right, guys, that's it for me. Let's do an ID, and I'm gonna call it. Say goodnight, John Boy. Love you guys the most. Back Tom Zoller's Kickstarter. JRD, you have a Kickstarter, back that. My man Mike Hawthorne's got another cheat codes Kickstarter, go back that. Give flowers to your people while they're still around to smell them. And we'll stay around longer if we don't eat all these cookies. Thank you, Bill West. I appreciate that. All right, you guys, let's start saying goodnight, y'all. Say goodnight, John Boy. Let's get out of here. And, I'm proud of myself. No mouse droppings in a while. You guys are very proud of that. You've been watching Coffee Break with JN with your boy JN. Guys, I ran my mouth like it was my job. But all good things must end. We're at the end of our programming day. Proxy good night for Team Waringo. I love it. Thank you guys. If you have not yet sampled the amazingness of my Patreon, what are you waiting for? Correct your actions, fix your face. Patreon.com/Jamar Nicholas. You can't you can't get that anywhere else, y'all. If you are ensorcelled by my matinee idol good looks, smiling angelic countenance, and lantern jaw, you can see more of it on Patreon. You know you wanna. All right, guys. This was fantastic. Thank you guys. Good night. I wear many hats. I have many names. I'm gonna give you a couple, then we're going home. Some of my favorites. That's right. You too can be indubitable. That is not difficult to discuss. Johnny Carson. That's wild stuff. John Cena. But yes, you can see me. Love you, Carlos. We'll see you. John Philly Sousa. That's such a stretch, but it's so funny. John 316. And, and the captain of the starship, John Luke Picard. There are 4 Johns. What happened here tonight? You got to hang out with me and my caffeines. You know who you are, caffeines. And we had a great time talking about cookies. Go brush your teeth before you go to bed. Now that I have ran my mouth and drunken this coffee, you know what it is. See you in 2 weeks.